If you live with ME/CFS or long COVID, you've probably had this thought. Why does my body feel decades older than it should? The fatigue, the muscle weakness, the brain fog, the constant sense of inflammation. It can feel like you've aged overnight. When I was first diagnosed with ME/CFS as a teenager, that's exactly how it felt. Like I'd skipped straight from being young and active to feeling 80 years old. And in fact, my 80-year-old grandmother had more stamina than I did. It wasn't just exhaustion. It was as if my body had pressed fast forward. That sense of accelerated aging has followed me ever since. And it's only in recent years that science has started to explain why. Hi, I'm Courtney, and I've lived with this illness for more than 25 years, and I also study nutrition and postviral illnesses. And what researchers are now finding completely reframes these conditions. A growing body of evidence suggests that postviral conditions like ME/CFS and long COVID mimic the biology of aging itself. Viruses like Epstein-Barr, cytomegaloviruses, and SARS-CoV-2 can push the body into a state of accelerated biological aging, what scientists call an aging phenotype. That means that the same cellular processes that make us age naturally are being switched on prematurely after a viral infection. This looks like persistent low-grade inflammation, an older acting immune system, declining mitochondrial energy production, loss of muscle strength and endurance, and also shortened telomeres. Each of these hallmarks mirrors normal aging, only it happens years or even decades too soon. So how can a virus make your body act older than it is? When viruses infect cells, they can trigger a state called cellular senescence, what I like to call zombie mode. These cells don't divide, they don't die, but they constantly release inflammatory signals that damage nearby tissues. It's the same process that drives natural aging, and it's rampant in postviral illness. Over time, these senescent cells clog repair systems, sap energy, and keep your immune system permanently on high alert. Now let's talk about telomeres, the protective caps at the ends of chromosomes. Each time a cell divides, telomeres get shorter, and once they're too short, the cell can't repair itself properly. This is a key marker of aging. In ME/CFS, telomeres are significantly shorter than in healthy people. That means that their cells are biologically older than their actual age. And then there are the mitochondria, the energy factories that are often hijacked by viruses like herpes family viruses and SARS-CoV-2. And when that happens, your body's power grid starts to fail. You feel it as unrelenting fatigue and post-exertional crashes, and symptom profile that mirrors accelerated aging. Over time, the immune system stays switched on, producing chronic, low-grade inflammation. It's even called inflammaging. And eventually, it burns out, entering immunosenescence and immune exhaustion. That's why people with post-viral conditions catch new infections easily, experience viral reactivations like EBV, and rarely feel back to baseline. Your immune system is acting like that of someone far older. This aging process shows up in muscle too. A 2018 study found that ME/CFS muscle tissue looks like that of elderly adults, fewer mitochondria, oxidative damage, and fiber loss. The researchers called it old muscle in a young body. When I read that, it stopped me cold, because that's exactly how I've felt most of my life. Now let's clear something important up. Just because these conditions resemble aging doesn't mean you're destined for a shorter life. Current evidence does not show reduced lifespan. So don't be fearful. It's about understanding what's happening so you can better support your body. And here's the hopeful part. If ME/CFS and long COVID are aging phenotypes, then recovery may depend on supporting the same systems that protect healthy older adults: inflammation control, mitochondrial energy, muscle maintenance, and immune resilience. And that connection isn't just theory, it's the reason my nutrition recommendations draw so much from research on aging populations. So what helps preserve function and vitality at 70 or 80? Things like protein balance, antioxidants, polyphenols, and mitochondrial nutrients can also help stabilize postviral physiology at any age. And that is exactly what I'll be exploring in my next video. So please make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because in that follow-up video, I'll show you how nutrition strategies inspired by longevity science can support recovery in ME/CFS and long COVID. And if you felt your body age overnight the way I did as a teen, share your experience in the comments. Your story might resonate with someone else, and that matters most of all. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.